Hot butter popcorn, I can't wait for the Nintendo Wii U. It comes with a new Mario Kart right after my favorite installment of the series, Mario Kart Wii. This is gonna be awesome.
Mario Kart 8! Mario Kart 8! Mario Kart 8! Mario Kart 8! I get it!
Mario Kart 8 and 8 Deluxe are like eating the same delicious food every day. It's something short of amazing and you can't get enough of it at the moment, so you just have more and more. Eventually, however, you'll get tired of it and eat something else. Unfortunately, for Mario Kart fans, there wasn't anything else for 10 years. Sure, you could go back to the older games to experience something else, but it was never anything new. I mean, there was DLC for both games, which are pretty good, but we'll bring that up later. Mario Kart 8 released on May 29th of 2014 and was launched on the Wii U. Now, the Wii U was a failure, no doubt about that, and it's unfortunate, but Mario Kart 8 probably saved it from going to a failure to doing some long-term damage to Nintendo. Mario Kart 8 ended up selling 8.46 million copies, and for the Wii U, that was the best it'd get, with the game being the best-selling game on the console. Sounds impressive until you realize Mario Kart World on the Switch 2 is already nearing 6 million copies in sales at the time of making this video. With how successful Mario Kart 8 was on the Wii U, it was only inevitable that it would become such a major deal for Nintendo. At the time, everyone loved Mario Kart 8, and so did I. Because of this, Nintendo wanted to capitalize on the success of 8, and because of how desperate they were, they did the unthinkable.
My dick! My dick!
For the first time in Mario Kart history, we had a crossover with Link and for some reason Animal Crossing with Villager and Isabelle. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Animal Crossing, but I mean, at the time it wasn't as popular as it was with New Horizons, so this was kind of a surprise. Because, you could have just done, oh, I don't know, maybe the one rep who actually, is all about racing, but anyways. At the time, fans, including myself, were overjoyed of these inclusions, and just seeing Link racing was just bizarre to me.
He's so cool.
He quickly became people's main for the game, and Mario Kart 8 was recognized as one of the best Mario Kart games. Because of this, when the Wii U was nearing its end, fans were anticipating and eager to see what the next Mario Kart would look like, what characters, items, tracks, and much more could be added. However, instead of getting a brand new Mario Kart for the Nintendo Switch, fans were met with a surprise of what we would actually get. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Surprisingly, despite fans wanting a new Mario Kart, reception for 8 Deluxe was genuinely positive, as 8 Deluxe set out to fix the flaws 8 originally had. It also added the Inklings from Splatoon into the game, with DLC being brought over from 8. The game was fun and it felt fresh again when it came out. The reception was so positive, and since Mario Kart 8 was now on an actual console that people bought, sales were nothing short of outstanding. And by outstanding, I mean 76.66 million units sold. Holy shit. Mario Kart was on top of the goddamn world. Everyone was playing 8 Deluxe. Mario Kart was so popular that it even got a mobile game known as Mario Kart Tour. Sure, it was kind of a gacha game at times, but Mario Kart and mobile just felt surreal. Like playing Mario Kart on your phone. At the time, that was like groundbreaking. At the peak of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's journey, tournaments and streams were at an all-time high. I even did a few streams myself, and they all did exceptionally well due to the popularity of the game. However, as time goes on and everyone plays the game to death, no matter how good the game is, it eventually gets old and people move on to different games. That analogy I mentioned earlier of eating the same food every day was starting to become real. People were getting tired of eating the acclaimed masterpiece of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. The burnout was starting to happen as people were now anticipating a new Mario Kart for the Nintendo Switch. After a good 6 to 7 years, yes, 6 to 7 years, people were done with 8 Deluxe. Some were, but not Nintendo.
paid DLC courses will be coming to the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe game. This is the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass. You may recognize some courses from past Mario Kart games. 8 courses will be released at a time over 6 waves. That's 48 additional.
Why won't you die?
Coconut Mall front and center. You know what? I'll give it to Nintendo. This was a good idea, but why? Nintendo decided to make DLC tracks for Mario Kart 8 in the form of waves, but the part that always confused me was why did they release it so late? Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was released on April 28th of 2017, yet it took 5 months for the Booster Course Pass to come out. Anyways, this paid DLC was set to last up until the end of 2023, which for some sounded amazing and others were disappointed and not pleased. The community was divided. One side thought this was good news and they can finally have a reason to get back into Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. The other side, however, wanted a new Mario Kart game, and even with unlockable characters down the line, they criticized how the tracks looked graphically worse than the original game. This was a fair argument, as 8 Deluxe had already been out for, almost 5 years at that point, and some of the tracks did look rough. It felt more like a quantity over quality moment. Nintendo wanted to capitalize on their best-selling game, and to make even more money, I'd say this was the best possible route they could have gone, but really? No new Mario Kart? Sure, there's Mario Kart World now, and I've been loving that game to death, but at the same time it felt hopeless that we'd ever get to see a new Mario Kart anytime soon. Because of the non-Mario characters in Mario Kart, people were even speculating that the next Mario Kart wouldn't even be a Mario Kart, rather it being a Nintendo Kart like Super Smash Bros., which is also another very successful series. I never wanted that necessarily, and thankfully that never happened and we ended up getting Mario Kart World. I do feel bad for the people who can't afford to Switch 2 at the moment and they're still stuck with 8 Deluxe, but don't worry. Don't worry, your time will come soon. Maybe Christmas, maybe. There's even some people that have played World, yet they go back to 8 Deluxe. I guess some people just love eating the same food every day. Either that, or people just really despise World's patched online mode, but that's a video for another day. In conclusion, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is a masterpiece. It fixed the flaws of 8 and became such a staple in the Mario Kart series, and it will be remembered for decades to come. While it may have gone stale over the years, I appreciate it for what it was and the success it brought upon the Wii U and the Switch. Or I guess, a bit of success for the Wii U. I like to think that if Mario Kart 8 and 8 Deluxe hadn't gone so well, there probably wouldn't have been a Mario Kart World. At least, not until another few years.